Hello student, Namaskar. I am Dr. Sam Kishore Patel, Assistant Professor in ITM University Gwalior. So I will teach you plant pathology subject in BSc AG, fifth semester in third year. And the course number is PP311 and course title is Diseases of Field and Horticultural Crop and Their Management. First, in which we study only field crop diseases. So in today we study the unit number 4, that is diseases of mustard, that comes under lecture number 25. So first I will give outline of the today lecture. Then first is introduction to mustard disease. In this introduction I explain the what are the different diseases causes losses in the mustard disease, and what are the different diseases present on the mustard crop, and then after what are the different objective of the today lecture. Then what are the different economic importance of the today lecture, in which I explain the why we study the disease of the mustard. Then in today we study only two diseases. First one is a powdery mildew, that is caused by the Erysipeus cruciferanum, and the second one is a Sclerotinia stem rot, and this disease is caused by the Sclerotinia. After completion of the disease I will give one exercise, and I also tell the what are the different learning outcomes of the today lecture, and I also explain the what are the different research scope from studying the mustard disease, and at last I quoted the reference. So these are the outline of the today lecture. Then first introduction to mustard diseases. As you know that mustard is the most important oilseed crop in India, and mostly in North India these oil used as a cooking purpose, and because these mustard was grown on the Rabi season, and these mustard crop is more prone to attacked by the number of pathogen such as white rust of crucifer, downy mildew, powdery mildew, alternaria, leafy spot, and sclerotinia. So in today lecture we study only two diseases. First one is a powdery mildew, and second one is a sclerotinia stem rot. Then what are the different objective of the today lecture, in which I explain the first to study the various disease of the mustard, in which I explain the two diseases, powdery mildew and Sclerotinia stem rot, and detection and identification of the pathogen, in which I explain the what are the different pathogen or causal organism which are responsible for causing diseases to the mustard crop, and how we detect these pathogen in the field condition. And after that to study the disease cycle, in which I explain the what is the primary source of the inoculum, then what is the secondary source of inoculum, and how these pathogen completed their disease cycle in the host or plant. And to last to study the management of various diseases, in which I explain the how we overcome or managing the diseases in the field condition. By controlling the diseases in the field, then increase the production of the mustard crop, and farmer will get more income. Then economic importance of the mustard disease. So number of diseases affected mustard crop, and they cause losses about 20 to 25% due to diseases, and mostly white rust of crucifer, powdery mildew, and downy mildew, these are the most important diseases, and some other diseases also cause losses to the mustard crop. Then first disease is the powdery mildew, and this powdery mildew is caused by the Erysipeus cruciferanum. So mostly powdery mildew fungus or disease occurs in the warm and humid climate, where humidity is more than 90% and temperature is 20 to 25 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. पाउडरी मिल्डू डिसीज ह्यूमिड कंडीशन में और वार्म वेदर में ज़्यादा लगती है, जब टेम्परेचर 20 से 25 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड होता है और रिलेटिव ह्यूमिडिटी 90% से ज़्यादा होती है. इस टाइम पे पाउडरी मिल्डू डिसीज ज़्यादा लगती है. Mostly these powdery mildew diseases present in the all growing state of the India, and if intermittent rainfall occur during the mustard cultivation, then these diseases are most prevalent at that condition. and almost 10 to 15% crop losses due to these mustard diseases, and mostly these diseases are prevalent to Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan region, where mustard crop are grown more. Then in symptoms part, the as you know that typical powdery mildew symptoms is the whitish grayish powdery growth, powdery spores or powdery mosses present on the lower surface of the leaf, and when severe infection occur, then these powdery mass also present on the stem as well as in the flowering plant. And if we see the powdery mildew disease infected plot, then we see the whitish powdery growth present, or powder mass present on the all the surface of the leaf. So these are the typical symptom of the powdery mildew. तो powdery mildew का मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट सिम्टम होता है कि व्हाइटिश या ग्रेस पाउडर फॉर्म पाउडर पत्ती की लोअर सरफेस में पहले प्रेजेंट होता है, बाद में अपर सरफेस में भी आ जाता है, और यदि सीवियर कंडीशन में डिसीज आता है तो उस टाइम पे स्टेम और जो फ्लावरिंग पार्ट होता है उसको भी इन्फेक्ट कर देता है. So the symptoms appear as dirty white circular patches on the both side of the lower leaves, and under favorable environmental condition, entire leaves, stem, silica are affected, and the affected silica produce small and several seeds. So these are the important symptoms of the powdery mildew disease on the mustard. Then what are the pathogen characteristic of the Erysipelas cruciferanum? So Erysipelas is the pathogen belong to the Squamata, and the fungus is a ectophytic. Because these fungus is ectophytic, that's why they produce hausturia for sucking the nutrition. So fungus is ectophytic and is spreading on the surface of the leaf and sending hausturia into the epidermal cell, and by these hausturia they suck the nutrition, and the conidiophore arise vertically from the leaf surface bearing conidia in the short chains. जो conidiophore जो होता है वो vertically leaf surface में लगा हुआ रहता है और उसमें कोनिडिया चेन के रूप में रहते हैं. एंड दीज कोनिडिया आर द ओइडियम टाइप. एक कोनिडिया ओइडियम टाइप का रहता है. एंड लेटर इन द सीजन क्लिस्टोसेसिया अपीयर्स एज अ माइन्यूट ब्लैक ग्लोबोज स्ट्रक्चर विद माइसुलॉइड अपेंडेजेस, and each clastothecium contains 4 to 8 SI, and each iscus contains 3 to 8 scospores. Scospores which are elliptical, hyaline and single cell. So these are the pathogen characteristic of the Erysipelas cruciferum. Then in disease cycle part, these powdery mildew fungus is an obligate parasite, so they live on the infected plant debris, and that infected plant debris overwinters on as the fungus over winter through Clistocesia as scospores or mycelium on the volunteer host plant, because these are the obligate parasite, and the disease is spread through windborne conidia. Because this disease spread through the wind, so very few times these disease spread are present on the entire mustard crop, and the primary source of the inoculum in the Clistocesia and scospores that present on the volunteer host plant. Then in favorable condition part, the disease is favored by the dry weather and becomes severe under irrigated condition. And when temperature is 20 to 25 degrees centigrade and warm humid climate there, and humidity is more than 90%, then at this situation, this disease causes huge losses in the mustard crop. Then in management part, if we collect and destroy the infected plant debris, then we destroy the primary source of the inoculum and Clistocesia. By controlling primary source of the inoculum, we reduce the infection in the mustard crop. We also control the diseases by spraying wettable sulfur at the rate of 0.2%, or dinocap at the rate of 0.1%, or tridomarp at the rate of 0.1%, For controlling the powdery mildew, sometimes question was asked which fungicide is mostly used in the controlling the powdery mildew disease. So those fungicide which contains a sulfur, then these fungicide is mostly used for controlling the powdery mildew pathogen. And most important fungicide is Kerathene. Kerathene is a sulfur based fungicide and mostly used for controlling powdery mildew diseases. We also give seed treatment with the sulfurs or Kerathene at the rate of 0.1%. By giving seed treatment, we controlling the powdery mildew on the mustard crop. Then next disease is the Sclerotinia stem rot, and Sclerotinia stem rot is caused by the Sclerotinia sclerotiorum. So Sclerotinia is the most important pathogen that causes huge losses in the mustard crop. And these sclerotium produce a sclerotia, and with the help of these dormant stage, that is sclerotia, the fungus survive for longer period of the time in the soil and the infected plant debris. Whenever favorable condition is available, then these sclerotia germinates and form a new fungus, and these new fungus have capacity to cause disease or to produce symptoms in the mustard crop. So mostly these diseases are prevalent in the warmer region where humidity is 70% and temperature is 18 to 20 degrees centigrade, and at the time of intermittent rainfall, then these diseases are more prevalent as compared to the other region. And almost 10 to 15% crop losses due to these Sclerotinia stem rot. And in symptoms part, you see in the photograph in Sclerotinia stem rot, mostly symptoms develop on the stem, and rotting of the stem occurs. As you see in the photograph, there is a rotting of the stem occur, and because of the rotting, these stem are weakened, and whole plant of the mustard is fallen down. So the stem develop water soaked spot which later may be covered with the cottony white growth. You see in the photograph there is a white cottony growth observed as a mycelial growth, and girdling of the stem is also important symptoms in premature ripening and lodging of the plant. So when Sclerotinia stem rot infection occurs, then plant ripe earlier, and lodging of the plant also occur because of the weakening of the stem. Then in disease cycle and favorable conditions, so in disease cycle part, the fungus the dormant stage of the Sclerotinia survive in the infected plant debris and soil for longer period of the time, and these Sclerotia serve as a primary source of the inoculum, and sometimes these Sclerotia also present on the seed of the mustard. So these infected seed and infected plant debris serve as a primary source of the inoculum, and the secondary spread of these fungus is spores, and these spores transmitted by the airs. And in favorable condition, disease are favored by the dry weather and humid condition, that is 70 more than 70% humidity, and 18 to 20 degrees centigrade temperature is mostly favorable for causing the disease in the mustard crop. And in pathogen characteristic, these Sclerotiarum have a separate mycelium, and they form sclerotia as a dormant stage, and with the help of these sclerotia, these pathogen or these fungus survive for longer period of the time in the soil and the infected plant debris. So these are the pathogen characteristic of the Sclerotinia stem rot. And in management part, if we use crop rotation and do not plant highly susceptible crop more than once in a 4 year, then we control the diseases. We control the diseases by avoid planting next to the field that has severe Sclerotinia in the past 4 or 5 years, And if we control broad leaves, then also we control the Sclerotinia stem rot in the mustard. A plant thoroughly clean the seed and avoid dense stand of the canola. These are the management practices of the Sclerotinia stem rot. And if we spray carbendazim at the rate of 0.1% or mancozeb at the rate of 0.25%, by spraying these fungicide, we control the Sclerotinia stem rot. We also control this disease by giving seed treatment with the Thyram argyrotam at the rate of 3 gram per kg. So these are the management practices of the Sclerotinia stem rots. So in today's lecture I explained the two diseases. First one is a powdery mildew and second one is a Sclerotinia stem rot. In earlier lecture I explained the other disease of the mustard such as albigo candida, powdery mildew and alternaria leaf spot. So albigo candida is or white rust of mustard is caused by the albigo candida or albugo cruciferarum, and this disease are most common in the Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan region, and this disease makes its first appearance in the beginning of the January, shortly after the attack of alternaria leaf blight on the under surface of the lower leaf, and both local and systemic infection is observed. And in case of the local infection, isolated white or creamy yellow-raised pustule appears on the under surface of the leaves, which later coalesces to form patches. The systemic infection causes hypertrophy and hyperplasia, resulting in malformation and distortion of the floral parts. Entire inflorescence is replaced by the swelling sterile structure that we called it as stage haze, and maximum damage occurs when systemic infection of the stem is noticed. Then we also explain the management of these white rust of crucifer. So for managing white rust of the crucifer, we grow resistant varieties such as RC781, PYSR8 and PR10, and tolerant variety like Kranti and Krishna. We also control these diseases by seed dressing with the metalaxyl at the rate of 6 gram per kg, or metalaxyl spraying with the metalaxyl at the rate of 0.2%. By these fungicide we control the white rust of crucifer. Then I also explain the next downy mildew disease, and downy mildew of the mustard caused by the Peronospora parasitica, and the most important symptoms of the downy mildew is symptoms appear on all aerial parts but usually on the leaves and the inflorescence, and the grayish white irregular necrotic patches develop on the lower surface of the leaf, and the most conspicuous and pronounced symptom is the infection of the inflorescence causing hypertrophy of the peduncle of the or inflorescence, and the affected inflorescence do not produce any sulca or the seed. And then downy mildew, that is downy mildew pathogen, that is Peronospora parasitica are the obligate parasite, and mycelia of the fungus is non-septate because these fungus have are lower fungus. And for management of the downy mildew diseases, if we collect and destroy the infected plant debris, and we do crop rotation with the non-susceptible varieties, and early sowing of the crop is the main control measure of the downy mildew. We also control these downy mildew diseases by seed dressing with metalaxyl at the rate of 6 gram per kg, or a single spray of metalaxyl at the rate of 0.2%. We also control by growing resistant varieties such as RC781, PYSR8 and PR8. These are the resistant variety against downy mildew of the mustard. And I also explained alternaria leaf spot and alternaria leaf spot of the mustard caused by the alternaria brassicae, and the symptom of the alternaria brassicae is the disease start with formation of the spot on the leaves, stem and the siliqua. And the spot produced by alternaria brassicae are usually grey compared to black sooty velvety spot produced by the alternaria brassicola. For managing of these Alternaria leaf is for diseases. We remove and extract the infected plant debris and use disease-free or treated seed by mancozeb at the rate of 2.5 gram per kg, and we spray mancozeb at the rate of 0.25% or iprodione at the rate of 0.2% at the 10 days interval. Then we control the Alternaria leafy spot on the mustard. So in today's lecture I explained the two diseases, Sclerotinia, stem rot and powdery mildew. If you have any doubt, then you can call me. I will try to solve your doubt. Then I will give one exercise. The student collect disease sample from the mustard field. So first student go to the mustard field and collect samples on the basis of the symptoms and make a herbarium file. And student also, after collecting these samples, they prepare a slide and isolate these pathogens, and you also expert to identify the diseases on the basis of the symptoms. And in learning outcome part, today I explain the two diseases, powdery mildew and Sclerotinia stem rot. And powdery mildew of mustard caused by the Erysipelas cruciferum, and Sclerotinia stem rot caused by the Sclerotinia. So, and I also explain the economic importance, symptoms, favorable condition, disease cycle, pathogen characteristic and management of the diseases. And I also explain the how we isolate or identify the diseases in the field conditions. And these are the and what are the different scope of the today lecture. So student frame a 3 objective or 3 research scope on the basis of after studying these mustard diseases. To is develop eco-friendly management management of the diseases, in which a student search best strain of the Trichoderma and Pseudomonas for controlling fungal and bacterial pathogen respectively. And the students also frame a search for survey and screening of the mustard disease in the Chambal region. After collecting a sample from the different region, they isolate in the lab and finding as which isolate is more virulent as compared to the other isolate. And third one is to identify the various botanical extract for management of this disease, in which student select best botanical extract on the basis of the poison food technique for controlling these diseases. So these are the research scope part of the today lecture, and these are the references from which I make the presentation. And if you want to further study, then you go through this book, and you also search ICRE course in the website. So with these remark, I conclude today's lecture. If you have any doubt, then you call me or contact me. I will try to solve your doubt. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much. Best of luck.